What's up, guys, and welcome back to See You Out There. We do something a little different today. As you can tell, we're not on the water, we're in the kitchen. And I'm gonna do something I've been wanting to do for a little while. A couple months ago, I went and bought 15-pound pork belly and I cut it up into 5-pound sections. This is one of those sections. We're gonna make homemade smoked bacon. So really excited about this. We tried this once earlier to make sure it worked and it was fantastic. I wish I would have videoed that, but I didn't. So we're gonna do it now. All we're gonna do is take a simple brine that we bought, a brown sugar bacon cure brine, and we're gonna brine this pork belly for 5 days. After 5 days, we're gonna rinse it, we're gonna put it on the big green egg, and we're gonna smoke it to an internal temperature of 125. Then we're gonna slice it, fry it, and eat it up. This is an amazing recipe. It's amazingly simple, and I think you're gonna love it. So let's get started making homemade bacon. All right, guys, so the first thing we need to make our homemade bacon is 3 simple items. First off, we need a pork belly. This is a pork belly we got from Stone Cold Meats in League City here in Houston, Texas. Like I said, I've broken them up into 5-pound chunks. This is a store-bought brine, the sausage maker, meat curing, brown sugar, bacon cure, and it's a 1.5-pound container. So this will make 15 pounds of bacon. Like I said, we did one before, so we've got 2/3 remaining. We're gonna use 1/3 of that volume that's left to make it. And we've got an aluminum pan. So all we're gonna do is mix this with water in here, and we're gonna add the belly. And then all we have to do is every day for 5 days, just flip it. I mean, it's so simple. Flip it, the next day come home, flip it again. There's nothing to it. This is a super simple thing to make, guys. Flip it, come home, flip it, come home, flip it. So let's get started. Let's get our brine made up. Let's get our belly out of the package and get it rinsed off. And let's get it in here and get it in the fridge and get it rolling. All right, guys, let's get this thing out of the package and ready to rock and roll. I thawed this out in the refrigerator. Took a day or so, and it's now ready to go. As you can tell, this is an awesome pork belly. If you guys don't know Stone Cold Meats over in Lake City, you're missing out. They do an amazing job. I'm sure there's other great butchers around. This is the one I know, and they are fantastic. I'm just rinsing this thing off a little bit. It's been in the fridge for a couple days. Rinse it off, get it nice and clean. And we're gonna get that thing ready to go. Put it up here on the cutting board. Look at that, that thing is beautiful. All right, guys, and like I said earlier, this is just a store-bought Amazon brine. It's nothing special. It's nothing you can't get yourself. And as you can see right here, it's 1.5 pounds in this container when you buy it, and it'll make 15 pounds of bacon. We've made this once before, so we've used 1/3, and I've got 2/3 remaining. So all we're gonna do is take another 1/3 of this cure and put it in here and add water. This is the easiest thing in the world, guys. There's nothing to this. So we're gonna get our brine in here. I'm not a very scientific guy when it comes to measuring. Looks like about 1/3 to me. And then we're gonna add water and we're gonna mix this up really good. And then we're gonna put our pork belly in there and then flip it every day. I'm not gonna fill this thing all the way up because we have to add the meat in here, but I wanna get this in here and I wanna stir it up real good and start diluting that brine in the water. All right, there we go, almost made a mess. All right, guys, let's get this all mixed up and ready to go. So guys, I'm just moving this around just a little bit. Sorry I don't have my camera woman today. I'm just gonna start melting this off in the water. That's all we wanna do. Get this brine to start diluting in the water a little bit. I'm sure a lot of you home cooks, I'm sure you guys have brine chickens and brine porks and stuff before you smoked them. Same thing, this is just a brine. Salt, bacon cure, it's starting to dilute. It's gonna change the texture of this meat. It's kind of cool how the next couple days, as you're flipping this thing, how the texture starts to change. It's a freaking cool process. Brine's diluted, pork belly's out. This is how difficult it is. This is how much experience it takes to make bacon. There you go. That's it. We're making bacon. This thing is fully submerged, which means I've got plenty of water in here. And all we're gonna do, like I said earlier, is every day I come home, we're gonna flip this. That's it. And in 5 days, today is Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when we come home, we're gonna pull this out and begin rinsing it and throw it on the smoker. So let's go ahead and get this covered with foil, get it in the fridge, let's let the 5 days start. There you have it. Nice and easy, brined it in the fridge. 5 days from now, we'll have smoked homemade bacon. You will not believe how simple this recipe is. This is easy. So anyone that's been considering making homemade bacon, watch the rest of this video, then you'll see just how easy it is to make awesome bacon. Day one, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Yo! What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's been 5 days. Our pork belly has been in the brine for 5 days. It's horrible outside. We can't fish. Let's smoke this thing up and make this homemade bacon like we've been talking about all week. I'm gonna pull this thing out of the fridge and then we'll get into it from there. All right, so guys, just a recap. We took our 5-pound pork belly, we made a brine. We've soaked it in brine for 5 days. Every day when I came home from work, Corey and I, we'd flip it, cover it back up, put it back in the fridge. 5 days. So now the steps are, we've got to rinse this. We've got to get all the salt off of that pork belly that's accumulated so it's not overly salty. We all know bacon itself is salty, but we don't want it to be so bad you can't eat it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to rinse it thoroughly in water, and then I'm going to soak it for a couple hours in some cold water. I'm just going to fill the sink up, dump some ice in there, and let it sit for a couple hours and let all that salt out of that brine dilute out of the pork belly. And then here in a couple hours, we're going to fire the smoker up. We're going to put it on 200 degrees, and we're going to smoke that belly to an internal temperature of 120. We don't want to cook it all the way through. We just want to impart some smoke flavor, and then we'll finish cooking it on the stove when we're actually making bacon. So step one now, we're going to pull it out. We're going to clean it up real good. We're going to switch over to a GoPro so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're going to get it rinsed up and start getting it cleaned. All right, guys, here we go. So this thing has been resting in the sink in ice water for about 3 or 4 hours to dilute all the salt like we talked about. So now we're going to take it and put it on the green egg. The green egg is sitting at 200 degrees with a light applewood smoke on it. So let's go put this thing on the egg and get it rolling. Like I said, guys, we're sitting at 200 degrees. We've got some applewood chips in it to give it a light smoke. We've got our deflector in here. We're going to chunk this thing in there. We're going to put our thermometer in here right in the middle. And then we're going to let that go to the internal temperature is 120. Once it's 120, we're going to pull it off, slice it, and we got bacon. That's it, guys. Let's give it to 120. Ready? All right, guys, so we're at 120 degrees. Thermometer just hit 120. It took an hour to get there. 1 hour at 200 degrees. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this thing off. We're gonna take our thermometer out of here. These things are super hot, so make sure you have something to keep from burning your hand. And then we're gonna take this thing off, take it inside and slice it up. And then we're gonna fry it and see how it tastes. All right, we'll get in here. We'll let that sit up and let it get hot. Need it to get very hot. Guys, just a recap. We took our 5-pound pork belly, we marinated it for 5 days in this brine, quick and easy brine we got off the internet. We flipped it every day. Once we got it out, we cleaned it, we rinsed it off, we soaked it in ice water for 3 or 4 hours to get all the salt off of it. And now we have smoked it at 200 degrees to an internal of 120. So this is not completely cooked, this is not safe to eat, but right now it is smoked, brined pork belly. It is ready to be fried and made into bacon. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna slice this thing up into a few slices and we're gonna give it a try.
All right.
All right, guys, so we're just gonna slice this up. Nothing fancy, just some good thick sliced bacon, and we're gonna throw it in the pan and fry it up like you would normal bacon and see how this turned out. This looks nice. Look at that. All right, let's give it a try. Let's throw it on the pan. Let's fry it up. Let's get Corey out from behind the camera and back in front of the camera. Let's see how our bacon turned out. All right, here we go. Thick cut, homemade bacon. Let's see how this compares to store-bought. Thick cut. This is really thick cut, so we're gonna let it cook a little bit longer. This is looking awesome. Look at that.
Brad's cutting up some more of the bacon over there, so I'm gonna assist with a bacon flip. Ooh yeah. Oh, that looks good. Yep. Ready to taste this. I've been begging Brad to make me homemade bacon since we started dating. Ready for this. Whoa. Y'all, this is really good. This is worth it. You need to try this.
It's good?
This is really good.
All right, guys, super simple, 5 days. Wasn't much to it. Hand cut, it's thick.
Mmm. Whoa.
That's really good bacon. Yeah.
You're gonna be making this anytime I need bacon now.
That is good. All right, guys, there you have it. Homemade bacon. 5 days in a grill. It's all you need. The marinade or the brine is easy to get off the internet. We got that off of Amazon. Soak it in the fridge, flip it a couple times, put it on the smoker for 1 hour, slice it and fry it, and you have homemade bacon. It doesn't get easier than that. If you've not done homemade bacon or been kind of scared of doing it because you think it's complicated or you need all these wonderful tools, you don't need anything. It's so easy to do and it's so good. We enjoy it. We'll probably do it more, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys try to make homemade bacon. If you do, come back and drop us a comment. Let us know if you enjoyed it, if it turned out good for you. Also, if you know something different, another way to enhance the flavor, to add maple sugar to it or something, hit us up. Let us know what to do differently so we can improve it next time. Definitely a fun recipe. Definitely fun to do. We appreciate everything, guys. We appreciate you watching. And as usual, we'll see you out there. You.